Hi everyone, welcome to the part 2 of our Cupped Corset Series. My name is Sophia. In my last video, I did a tutorial on how to draft the pattern for this blouse you're seeing on me right now. So in today's tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to modify your cup to achieve this copy bust cups that you're seeing on screen right now. So if you have ever struggled with a flat cup or anything at all regarding your bust cups, then this tutorial is for you because I'm going to be showing you guys everything you need to know to achieve just like the one you're seeing right now. So if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and please comment. And if you are yet to see the pattern drafting tutorial, I'm going to put the link in the description box for you guys to check it out. So without wasting much of our time, let's get started. Now, this particular pattern you are seeing on screen, if you're on the plus size and you go ahead and use it like this, it might work for you. But if you're on the plus size, there's a possibility that it might come out looking flat. Your cup might come out looking flat. So you will need to add fullness to the bust cup. So how do you add fullness to the bust cup? That is what I'm about to show you in this particular tutorial. So note that the cup we are trying to create is 3-piece. So the first thing we are going to do is to draw our style line for the 3-piece. So what I did is from the center front, I came down by 1.5 inch, while from the side, from the armhole area, I came down by 3 inches. Honestly, this style line is totally up to you. You can cut it draw it however you want. It is your design. Nobody is going to question you for that. So after you draw your style line, the next thing you want to do is to label your pattern very well. Emphasis on very well, because by the time we separate all the pieces, the chances of us mixing it together is very high. So you want to label it very well so that you know which one is center front, which one is side front, which one is up, which one is down. Okay, once you are done labeling, you're going to cut through the style line you draw. All right, so just watch what I am doing closely. Now, after drawing it like this, the next thing is to separate the upper part and set it aside. Now, you are going to get a fresh sheet of paper and put this down part on it like this. Now, note that this red line that you are seeing here is my underbust tightening line, okay? If you are yet to see the tutorial on how I drafted the pattern for this cup corset blouse, how I was able to achieve this pattern we are working on right now, I'm going to put the link in the description box for you to check it out first. So now I taped everything together and the pattern is in place. Now, this line you are seeing here is our dart line, our overbust tightening line. I hope you remember it. So from there, I'm going to go up by 1/4 of an inch. The maximum you should do here is 0.375. I feel like 1/2 inch will come out too much and it might make your cup look funny. So you don't want to do too much and you don't want to do too small. So 0.25 to 0.35 inch is moderate, okay? So now I'm connecting the 0.25, that is 1/4 of an inch, into, I hope you saw the way I did it. So I connected it into the center front and side front like that. And notice that when I connected my own, it is not looking pointy anyway. So make sure your own curve is smooth and nice. So now I am going to cut out the pattern like this and just watch what I'm doing. Now, I told you we are making a 3-piece cup corset. So now we'll need to separate this particular pattern into 2. And I'm going to be cutting through this line that you are seeing here. Okay. Now, I now have my 3 pieces all in place. So the next thing we want to do now is we are going to label this piece again. You see these 2 pieces here? They can be very tricky. So please label them very well. Now, on a fresh pattern paper, I taped the 2 pieces side by side like this. And please, when you tape it, make sure you leave space in between them, because we are going to need that space. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is to extend my nipple line for the 2 pieces like this. Once I am done, I am now going to be adding some inches to add fullness. Now from this one, I'm adding quarter of an inch on the nipple line, while at the tip here I'm adding quarter of an inch. Okay, so now I am now going to take my French cuff to create a cuff that goes into my under bust point, under bust tightening point. Okay, that is why I purposely used red line to draw my under bust tightening when I was drafting this pattern. So please just watch the way I'm placing my ruler and where I am connecting it into. I know I have multiple lines there, but I am connecting it down into my under bust tightening point. Okay, now I am using the curvy part of my ruler to connect the quarter of an inch, the 2/4 of an inch mark I created up, blend it into my under bust tightening. Please just watch the way I'm placing my ruler. All right. So now, after I've been able to do that, the next thing is to redraw this upper part. Okay, can you see what I'm doing? I'm connecting it so that now I have new hook and everything. Please just watch what I'm doing in this video. It is not difficult. Now for this part, if you notice what is going on here, you'll notice that this part is pointy. So the first thing we want to do is we want to make sure that we have a smooth curve here first before we even add anything to this pattern to create fullness. So the first thing I'm doing is I want to redraw this upper part so that we can see the line clearly. So now I'm going to use my French curve to blend from the original upper, the upper part of this particular pattern. I'm using my French curve to blend it into my under bust tightening point. So notice that at this point, I am cutting off with the new curve that I draw. I'm going to be cutting off this part that I'm trying to measure. So instead of me cutting it off, I measured what I have there and marked the same thing at the up tip of this pattern. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. I measure what I have here and replaced it up there. So that is what I'm going to be using to create fullness to this part of the pattern. Remember when I was doing for the one that goes to the side front, it's because it was already looking straight. I mark quarter of an inch on the nipple line, and at the upper part I mark quarter of an inch. But in this case, I first of all redraw this curve, the curve. Then what I was supposed to cut off, I measured it and replaced it, mark it on the tip as well. It has to be equal so that you don't have anything that looks funny. So right now I'm done adding fullness to this part of the pattern, and now I'm using my red marker to outline the actual thing that I want to cut. So now everything is in place. I can now go ahead to use my scissors to cut out the actual thing that I need. Please, if you don't understand anything, just watch what I'm doing in the video. You are going to get it. That is why I did not fast forward this video so much, so that when you're watching it, at least you'll be able to follow along with what I am doing in the video. So separate everything like this and we can move on to the next thing. So now the first thing I'm going to do is, before I cut it out completely, I'm going to measure what I have here from the under bust down to the nipple point and compare it with what I have on the second one to be sure it is equal. If there's shortage anywhere, I'm going to replace it so that when I'm sewing, I don't have any shortage. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I noticed there's shortage towards the one that goes to the center front. I replaced it and used my French curve to redraw it. I hope you understand. I measure from the nipple all the way to the under bust for both sides. Which one that have shortage, you are going to replace it. Use the French curve to redraw it. So now I can cut out my pattern piece. Oh, everything is coming together. The next thing is to work on the upper part. But before that, I'm going to be taping these two down pieces together to see what it even looks like. Okay, so to do that, just put your your paper tape on one side, then you take the other side and arrange it just like I am doing. And I like to arrange from the up because I feel like even if at all there's going to be shortage, I should let the shortage goes to the down part, and that way I can easily like put pattern paper to adjust it. I don't know if you understand. So arrange it from the up, that is from the nipple area all the way down. So this is what I have. Now I am going to measure what I have at this upper part here. Okay, I'm going to measure it round like this, and I'm going to compare it with what I have at the upper piece that we are about to work on. Okay. So now after measuring it, I have 9.25, that is 9 1/4. So now I am going to measure what I have at this down part of the upper piece, and I'm going to make sure I have 9.25 there as well. So after measuring this one, I have 8 1/2. So what this means is that this one is about 3/4 inch short, and that is because we have added fullness to the down piece, so it is understandable. So now let's make sure that this one too is 9.25 inch long. I hope you understand. So to do that, I grabbed a piece of paper and I draw out lines, crossed line like this. So the first thing I'm going to be measuring is to measure this part, okay, down to the center line, and I'm going to compare it with what I have here to be to just to know how much I'm adding to one side, or like each side of the pattern. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying. So this is my center line here, and this from here is going to be my center line for the upper piece as well. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So after I measured it, I realized that this part is about 1/4 inch short. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be separating this upper part into two, and I'm going to be slashing from this my dart line. Okay, I've separated it into two. So the first thing I'm going to do is from this down part, I'm marking 1/4 inch, and I'm going to be placing this tip like this, and I'm going to be tilting my pattern like this. So in order to tilt it, at first I wanted to place it on top of the straight line, I mean the vertical line I drew, but I realized that if I do it that way, the upper part of this part of the cup will look funny. So I decided to go out like 0.15 inch. Honestly, this is something I did based on my own intuition. This is not something I can teach you. You just have to look at your pattern. If it is looking funny, you should be able to tell. So I measure what I have on this other side as well. I realized that it is about 1/2 inch short. So I'm going to mark that 1/2 inch here now, and I'm going to be placing this second part on it like this, and notice that I tilted this one and the up is touching the vertical line I drew. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying. See, when you are doing this thing, just be looking at your pattern as you are doing it. The reason why like I tilted this to touch the vertical line is because I realized that it is flowing well at the up of the pattern. If I tilted it the way I tilted it and it was looking funny, I would have came out like maybe 1/4 inch or 0.15 inch like I did for the other part, just for me to have a nice smooth curve. So once I am done, I'll still need to redraw this upper part as well. The idea is you don't want to cut off too much from your pattern by the time you are done. But honestly, this thing is simple. You just have to look at what I am doing, because I am not able to explain everything properly, I think. If you don't understand anything, just leave it for me in the comment section. I'm going to reply you to the best of my knowledge. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So I redraw the upper part. I will need to redraw the down part as well, because the line is not flowing well, and we need to make sure that the hem is flowing well. I don't know if you understand. So now I'm just using my ruler to redraw the line. Please, again, watch what I am doing. You are going to get it, okay? this thing need continuous practice. You need to practice it. If you want to do this, I would advise you to do it for yourself first. Don't cut your clients, don't work on this using your client's clothes. You need to make sure you get it right first. So I would advise you practice with your own measurements. You don't have to create the full blouse. You can just practice this cup. This cup is the trickiest thing, but it is simple. So in order for you to get a perfect cup, you need to first off practice and practice and practice until you get the hang of it. And I promise you, once you get the hang of it, there is no turning back for you. Now, that is all about adding fullness to your cup. What I'm just going to do now is I'm going to put this upper part on this just to even look at what our cup look like on paper before we cut it out on our fabric. So the same way, I'm going to be cutting pieces of paper tape. I'm going to fix it on it like this before I put the upper part. Just look at it. By the time you are done, by the time you are done, even from the paper, you will be able to tell that, oh, this cup looks okay. Oh, this cup doesn't look okay. Now, please note that I folded the middle line I draw for the upper part, so it has to be resting on top of each other. I believe you understand what I'm saying. So just tape it and do it gently. Take your time when you're doing this. You don't have to rush, okay? Now, look at it. Like, just look at what the cup looks like even from the paper. Now imagine what it is going to look like by the time I cut it out on my fabric. That is it, guys. It is actually very, 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 very simple. You just have to practice it first. All right. And you need to understand that it is definitely okay if you try it the first time and you don't get it right. But if you put your mind to it and you try it again, you are going to get it. You just need to practice it a couple of times. All right. So now this is my cup and everything looks okay. But look at what is going on at the hem here. If you have similar issue, like it's looking like it is not flowing well, there is no cause for alarm. Just put extra piece of paper at that down part, like I am going to do now. Then you're going to use your free hand to redraw that place so that it will look smooth by the time you just watch it. What I'm doing, you'll see what I'm going to. Put your extra piece of paper, then use your free hand to redraw that shape so that it doesn't look funny when you are done joining. That is all. You don't need ruler here. Your free hand will do the job. Okay, just use your free hand to blend it. And you are good to go. Right now, my cup is ready and I can go ahead to transfer this to my main fabric because looking at it from the pattern paper, everything looks good. And I promise you, if you are able to do this up to this point, you are going to be impressed with yourself because the result of this pattern is totally worth it. The cup is really beautiful and you're going to love it. So when you're doing your own, just make sure you take your time. You don't have to rush anything. If you don't get it on your first try it again. You are going to get it. And when you get it, you are going to love it. So in my next tutorial, I'm going to be showing you guys how to transfer all of this to your main fabric. I'm going to show you everything I did to achieve the cup that you saw on the blouse. So, and funny enough, I did not cage it and everything came out perfect. So if you would like to see everything I did, watch out for my next tutorial. So if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, do well to subscribe. And if you're my returning subscribers, God bless you. I do appreciate your support. So don't forget to like this video, share it with your other people that you think might really need it, and please don't forget to comment, even if it is just for you to say, well done. No, I will appreciate it. Thank you. Until next time we meet again, stay fly, stay stylish. Bye bye.